become a doctor, you become an engineer, you handle our business. So the child who asked over there, he knows that he has a settled business, he may be earning lakhs and lakhs. What is the need to do? So such pressures do come up. Okay? Then another problem, run after crowd. Heard of weight jump, the phrase? मेरा फ्रेंड ये ले रहा है, साइंस ले रहा है, कॉमर्स ले रहा है, मुझे भी उसी की क्लास में बैठना है. We do these kind of things. Okay? So choosing a course because my friend is choosing, believe me, few years down the line they will have their own journey, you will have your own journey. If I talk of today, hardly any friends which were there in 10th grade with me are in touch. Life will move on. So be clear. When it's about career, it's about you as an individual. Choosing course for money. Money is important. I agree. But if it is only money, if it is only that you don't love it, but only for the sake of money, you may not survive for long. That is the problem. So you have to choose the best option as per market demand, in line with your strengths, what you are good at, what you love doing. Okay? So all these things lead to problem, error. Then how to choose? How to plan your career? 4 simple steps. No. First thing is you need to understand what you are. Know who am I. Your strengths, your interest areas. Okay? Your skill set can be developed. Strengths and interests which are there. So comfort zones, basically your comfort zones. I give you a simple example. You have intra-school competition and inter-school competition, right? Intra is within school. Inter is one school versus another school. Okay? So likewise there are intelligences which are called intrapersonal intelligence and interpersonal intelligence. Intrapersonal is, if you are good at intrapersonal, you would like to remain with your own self. You would like to stay alone. You would like to love to do those tasks, that kind of work profile where you are sitting alone and doing. But if you are good at interpersonal skills, interaction where it is involved with other persons, you would love to do that in case your interpersonal skills are good. Okay? Suppose you are asked to be a radio jockey. Your interpersonal skills are not good. You can't interact. You can't talk comfortably. You are a shy guy. Okay? In that case, will you grow in that career? So we need to identify what you are. Okay? That is the first step. Then explore. Where do I see myself? Understand your stream, the subjects which you are choosing. You need to explore. This is external factor. That was internal factor, understanding yourself. This is an external factor. You need to explore. And then underemployment. You have any idea what is underemployment? Anyone? Yes, please. Yeah, please.
Say you are working under someone.
No. Underemployment. Yes, please. When you are not employed, that is unemployment. Underemployment. Yes, please.
Like internships.
No. Yes, please. No. Okay. Last one, please. No, it's not like that. Okay, I'll quickly come to that. You as an individual. Okay, last one, please. I give you the chance.
When we don't have a degree and somebody.
No. Okay. I move on to the answer. So, you have the capacity as an individual to earn 2 lakhs per month. You have that capacity, you have that ability, you have those qualifications. But you are not earning to that potential. So, underemployment means earning less than your potential. Okay? So, here why we are trying to find out your potential? Because if you work under your comfort zones, if you work as per your potential, you can earn lot. But if you don't work as per your potential, you will end up earning less than that. That is called underemployment. Okay? Then you have to plan it accordingly. You have to set a career goal. How we choose a goal? Generally students, when I interact with students in the school, how they choose? They choose, okay, let me choose science. And there are people who choose, okay, PCMB also. You will see. PCMB, you understand at least 9 standard, right? So, you decide that, okay, let me choose PCMB, then I'll give NEET also, I'll give JEE also, whatever comes my way, I'll go for that. This happens? Sometimes, okay. So that means you are not deciding your career goal. As of now, you are taking the first step. Then remember one thing: if the first step you take is not right, life may not give you second chance to overcome that. There are possibilities. We tie the buttons of the shirt. If the first button does not go into the right hole, can other buttons fall into the place? You are going to take a major decision in your life, and choosing a stream is the first button. If that is not correct, you are going to limit your options. That is very important. So you can't choose a stream just because you like these subjects, just because your parents are saying, just because you like this career. You need to identify your career goal. So you need to plan your career goal first. Goal is the destination, the last point. Getting it? The last point. So once you know your goal, if I have to reach from Faridabad to Delhi, I know my goal, that here is my office. I'll set it on GPS, I'll find the shortest route, I'll find the best route, whether I want with tolls, without tolls, whether I want a highway route or a non-highway route. I'll decide that later. First I need to set my career goal. So you need to set your career goal, then joining the dots backward you arrive at which stream to choose. Yes, please.
Sir, even if you choose a goal, sir, like you like the goal and you have the ability to do it. But sir, if you aren't employed in it and you aren't getting employed, what to do, sir?
His question is, I have chosen a goal. You all have to be with me, please. Yes. His question is, I have chosen a goal, but I don't get employment in that. That is where planning is required. If you choose a goal, you check the market demand scenario. Which career options are in demand, will be in demand in the coming time. It should not be that you are passing out from a college where the placements are not there. Your aspirations have to be in line with what actually you ought to become. So you have to be clear that okay, this is the goal. If you have to become an engineer, you target JEE. Then from that you know that okay, IIT is the best option. If not IIT, let's say settle for NIT. If not NIT, let's settle for lesser ranking college. But that's okay. Still you know that even in colleges like VIT and all, you are going to get campus placement. You know the career goal and you have to work accordingly. So that is the next step. Act now. So if you stay focused, you know your career goal, you know this is a paying capacity of that particular career, you know the right path, you know the best colleges, you know the best institutes, you know how to get trained for that, you know what are the competitive exams for that. Ultimately, you have to stay focused and achieve that. That is the most important thing. If you don't stay focused, you don't achieve it. Hope that answers your question. Okay. So we move on. Yes, any question till now? So coming on to the big question now. Science, commerce or humanities? So how many of you have made up your mind for science? Just raise hands. Medical, non-medical, commerce, humanities? Very less. Why less for humanities? One reason. Yeah, please. I am talking to her, you all have to listen to her. It is important that we respect our colleagues, we respect our batchmates. She has the guts to speak, we need to respect her. So please, you all have to be with me. Yes, please. You can take the mic.
So what would be like science and humanities both?
Science and humanities both not possible. I tell you. See, people are asking questions related to science and humanities both. If you ask me PCM and PCB, these two are different paths. Okay. So let me. I feel there is a bit of clarity required. Although most of you may be aware. Okay. So science we have options PCM and PCB. Physics, chemistry, maths and physics, chemistry, bio. You all know that. So why humanities along with it? You have to choose one stream. You need to be clear what you wish to become. That's what I'm saying. You have to have your goals set in life. If you are opting for an additional subject, okay, PCB plus psychology, it makes sense. That okay, psychology is an additional subject you are taking. If you are choosing commerce, economics is there. Okay. Otherwise, you are taking IP as an additional subject. Information practice. I think you are aware of these. You are aware of all these. Good. Okay. So, but you have to choose. You have to choose. You have to make your decision here. Science, commerce, or humanities. That is why we are going to discuss the options available within science, within non-medical, within medical. So, lot of students raised hand for science. So, what are the options apart from engineering for non-medical? Anyone? Yes, please. You have to be a bit louder, or you can come to center if you want to use mic. Options for non-medical apart from engineering. Then options for medical apart from being a doctor.
So like I have interest in space, so I have decided to become a space scientist. Or somewhere also become astronaut.
Yes, please. You see, if you are raising your hand, immediately come to the center. You will get an opportunity. It will save time of others also. So you have to be very clear.
So pilot.
Anyone else? You all have to be with me. This option does not exist that you can interact with yourselves. I am asking you a question. You have to be with me.
So, I have passion in music. I have been trying to make music for some time now. I want to choose science, but what do you think is the correct option for me?
See, when you are opting for music as a career option, we'll discuss that part also. But again, first thing is, generally, music as a career option, we take it as a plan B. Generally, because here, odds that you will get selected and you will rise to this level. Because there are certain things like, if you are at this level, you are renowned, you are acceptable in the industry. But if you don't reach that level, you stand nowhere. It is not like engineering college. If you don't get into JEE, okay, you have NITs. If you don't get into NITs, you have other tier 2 colleges, tier 3 colleges, tier 4 colleges also. So it does either exist, either does not exist, okay? But when it comes to your question that, okay, which option you should choose, you can simply opt for humanities also, okay? But again, it will depend on what is the plan B you are taking. It is not only about the plan A. So you understand plan A, plan B, the backup plan, okay? All are clear? Okay, anything else? So apart from those who are opting for medical, what are the options you are considering apart from being a doctor? Anyone wants to become a pharmacist? Pharmacist. You know what is a pharmacist? So anyone wants to become a pharmacist? No? No one? Okay. Okay, fine. So, medical
Just go
means
to the
doctor.
center.
Is it so? Anything else, please?
Just go to the center.
Okay, okay. Marine biologist. Okay, what else? Anyone else?
Just go to
Medical
the center.
but not being a doctor.
भाई
Anyone who has
Center
clear
में.
plans. I want to opt for
सेंटर में चले हो
medical.
सेंटर में.
Yes, please. You have to be quick. You have to be loud from there or come to the center. Yes.
Come to the center.
Sir, I want to choose medical, but I want to become a software engineer.
Nothing to laugh at, please. Nothing to laugh at. You all have to be with me. See, we are here to discuss. We are here to not to question anyone. We are here to discuss what are the possibilities. Okay? See, I know as per my experience, many of you will not have even guts to come over here and speak. Out of the crowd sitting here, this guy had the guts to talk, to raise hand. That is appreciable. Because many times what happens is, I don't know the answer, but I am feeling shy to raise a question. Or I assume that, okay, this is the answer. So we have to be clear on that part, okay? To answer this question, many of you are already aware that if you want to become an engineer, you have to opt for PCM. You have an option for PCMB. Okay? Physics, chemistry, maths and biology. As an additional subject, you are opting for both. You have maths also, you have biology also. You are keeping your options open. If you are undecided, undecisive, you feel that, okay, As of now, let me opt for both. Then I'll see, I'll give NEET also, I'll give JEE also. Wherever I get selected, I'll opt for that. Anyone from that mindset? Okay, okay. So, NEET also, JEE also. Wherever you will get selected, you will go. That mindset is there in students. I don't deny that, but again, for those students who are opting for PCMB, let me tell you one thing. Since 9th standard is the grade where you actually start preparing, okay, and you will have very less time to prepare for it. You remember one thing, you will have to compete with the person in JEE who has given all his time only for preparation of JEE. And in case of NEET, you will have to compete with a person who has spent entire energies to prepare for NEET. So if a person has more time, he can study more, that subject particularly. So you are allocating, you are dividing your time which was supposed to be given to mathematics, amongst mathematics also, bio also. So comparatively, odds in your favor. These are highly competitive exams. Yes, please.
Sir, what does software engineer come?
Coming to that. Okay. We'll talk one by one. Okay. We'll try to cover this presentation also, but focus will definitely be on your queries. Okay. So if you want to ask questions, we will answer those questions. Bit of this presentation also, which we have prepared, this will answer lot of your queries. But yes, we are here to answer your queries, so you can keep on asking. Okay. So when you choose non-medical as a career, we are talking of the stream selection. So when we choose science as a stream, so science give you options of PCM and PCB. Okay. So when you choose PCM, you have lot of options in engineering, and within that option, there is an option of software developer or software engineer. Okay. The typical role, since you raised this question, typical role of a software developer is to do coding, develop an interface for the end user. Okay. So I have been a software engineer. Okay. By profession also, long back, way back in 2005 to 7, I was working for Wipro Technologies. Maybe you have heard of that company. It's a software development company. Okay. So I was working as a software developer over there. The typical role is to do the coding, to develop the software. Software होता क्या है? आप बैंक में जाते हैं, बैंक में वो एंट्री करते हैं, सिस्टम पर जो बैठे होते हैं, वो सारा कुछ जो कि एक टाइम पहले जब मैं आपके जितना था वो बुक्स पर एंट्री होती थी. आज की डेट में सब कुछ कंप्यूटर पर एंट्री होती है, वो सॉफ्टवेयर है. उसमें कितना अकाउंट में बैलेंस है, एक टाइम होता था, जस्ट इमेजिन, वो बुक्स में एंट्री करते थे, आपका लेजर एंट्री होती थी, इतना बैलेंस बचा है, ये चेक आया, उसमें माइनस कर दिया, इतना बैलेंस अकाउंट का बचा है, एक एंट्री मैनुअली होती थी. Your teachers may be aware of that time. Okay, so today everything is within software. आप जो कुछ भी करो, कोर बैंकिंग सिस्टम्स आ चुके हैं, इंटर बैंकिंग ब्रांचेस का आपस में लिंक्ड है, वो कैसे हो रहा है, सब कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर के थ्रू वो डेवलप किया गया है, आपस में इंटरनेट के थ्रू लिंक किया गया है. ओके, सो यू राइट द कोड्स टू डू फ्रंट एंड कोडिंग, बैक एंड कोडिंग, ये होता है उसमें. ओके, अगेन वी विल ट्राई टू अवॉइड स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस जो कि करियर में बहुत डीप जा रहे हैं, अदरवाइज वी विल मिस आउट ऑन the other aspects which we have to discuss. Okay, so I would request you कि करियर के बहुत डीप अभी इस ग्रेड में इतनी नेसेसिटी नहीं है, ठीक है, बट अगेन कुछ बेसिक है, अगर नहीं पता तो we'll try to cover up those basic things. Okay, so please next question, anything related to medical, related to non-medical, science stream. Yes.
So the backup plan that you have to keep in the same subject or in any other subject?
Backup plan जब आपने stream choose कर ली है, ठीक है, मान लो आपने चूज कर लिया कि आपने मेडिकल लेना है. इफ यू हैव चोजन मेडिकल एज एन ऑप्शन, यू नो दैट पीसीबी इज एन ऑप्शन. अलॉन्ग विद दैट बैकअप प्लान, ठीक है, अगर नीट में नहीं हुआ तो क्या करोगे? नॉट एवरीवन विल गेट सिलेक्टेड इन नीट, यू नो दैट. नॉट एवरीवन इज गोइंग टू क्लियर जेईई, यू नो दैट. सो देयर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट बैकअप प्लान. अगर नहीं होता तब क्या करोगे? वी कैन हैव बैकअप प्लान्स इन दीज फील्ड्स. बैकअप प्लान क्या हो सकते हैं? अगर जेईई में नहीं हुआ, इंजीनियर नहीं बन सके, यू कैन गेट इनटू मैनेजमेंट साइड, यू कैन गेट इनटू कॉमर्स साइड आल्सो, बीबीए, बीकॉम, ऐसी ऑप्शंस भी तब निकल कर आ सकती है. या फिर यू कैन गेट इनटू बीसीए, यू कैन गेट इनटू बीएससी. यस, गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स एक सेपरेट चीज है, वो तो आप कर ही सकते हो, दैट इज an option which you have. Okay, so I I'm just suggesting that apart from engineering, you have so many options which you can consider. Within engineering also so many options are there. Likewise for medical. अगर NEET नहीं clear हुआ तो क्या करोगे? Those who have opted for medical. This is a question to you. NEET नहीं clear हुआ, डॉक्टर नहीं बन पाए, MBBS नहीं कर पाए तो क्या करोगे? Yes please. You all have to be with me, please.
So we have an option to go to other countries like Ukraine, not Ukraine now, but like other countries.
See, you have an option to do MBBS in other countries. That option always exists. We'll talk about admissions abroad also over here. Okay? But let me tell you one thing. It is not always advisable that any country, anything you will become. So, जो अच्छी चीज़ है ना उसके लिए मेहनत चाहिए होती है. जिसकी वैल्यू है ना मार्केट में, उसकी लिए आपको एफर्ट्स भी उतने करने ही होंगे. ये नहीं हो सकता कि अगर नहीं हुआ तो मुझे एमबीबीएस करनी ही करनी है. मैं चाहे रशिया में चले जाऊँ, मैं चाहे यूक्रेन में चले जाऊँ, कहीं पर भी चले जाऊँ. वो ऑप्शंस चाइना में वैसे तो बहुत सारे कंसल्टेंट्स हैं. बिलीव मी, इतने सारे कंसल्टेंट्स हमारे पास आते हैं कि एडमिशन करवा दो बच्चों की यहाँ पर, और इतने कमीशन शेयर करते हैं, बट दैट इज नॉट एडवाइजेबल. Getting admissions, your career, if you come back after doing MBBS in China, ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूट से आप वापस इंडिया आओगे, उसकी वैल्यू नहीं है. So such things you have to be very vigilant. बाहर जा रहे हो, abroad studies के लिए जा रहे हो, तो कौन सा करियर चूज कर रहे हो, कौन सा कॉलेज है, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी है, that is very important. उसकी वैल्यू क्या है? How many of you are interested in moving abroad? Lot. We'll talk about this also. Okay, we'll cover it. So, any question till now from science background? Any question? Yes. You have to be quick, please. You have to be quick. You can come in the center. See, I've already told you. You have questions. You, in the meantime, you come in the center.
Sir, like my father works in IIT. Actually, I went there one day, so I wanted to be an IITian. But sir, like I saw IAS also, so I wanted that also. But sir, in like many people use humanities for that, but I don't want to do that. So can I do that?
See, if you talk of IIT or you talk of IAS, okay, let it be any civil services exam, okay, you have to be clear on one part. There is no sure shot formula that you will definitely achieve that. So you will have to take a plan B. He is saying that in case he is unable to crack IAS, or if he wants to become IAS also and he wants to get into JEE also, okay. So in case you are not able to crack JEE, options which are available, generally why humanities is preferred for IAS is because the subjects, you have to choose subjects to do IAS or clear the UPSC exam. Okay, those subjects, if you choose from humanities background, they are comparatively easier. That is the only difference. If you choose your hardcore subjects from your non-medical background, that will be comparatively a tougher thing for you. So that is the reason why it is advisable that okay, you choose it. But I would suggest in this case, since you are very much influenced with your father, if you feel that yes, you can score well, you know your scores very well. It depends on individual to individual. Where do you stand in class? How much you are interested in physics, chemistry, maths? Whether you will be able to crack these things easily or not. So if you are clear, then take the first step now. You are not sure that okay, you will opt for humanities, that you will definitely clear IAS. That option is there, but you are not. No one can be sure that I will be an IAS officer. You don't know the competition at that time. You don't know the day. Any competition you participate, it depends on a lot of factors. Your preparation is one thing. Your mindset at that day was yours or not. You made a silly mistake. You committed a mistake. So, and there are levels. Not only written tests, interviews also. So again, if you miss out any stage, it becomes a tough thing that where do I stand now? So you have to take a plan B. In that case, for this particular case, I would suggest that you opt for non-medical only. Okay? So, yes please.
Sir, if you are confused between choosing PCM and PCB.
I'll move on to your next slide to answer such queries where we talk of the qualities. I'm sure this is not very much readable at the last, so I'll leave, just read it out to you. See, we need to consider that which qualities I have. When it comes to engineer, try to understand. I mentioned about intrapersonal skills. I mentioned about logical skills. So logical, what is logical skills? You have to be good in mathematics. I have to move out this big screen out from this room. I'll use my logical skills, right? Just allow me to complete. I'll give you chance for queries, okay? Just allow me 1 point. A person has asked something, so you have to allow me to complete that particular part. Then I'll definitely ask him it, okay? So we have to be very good at logical if we choose non-medical, because that logical thing is required in case of coding, okay? Specifically, if you choose non-medical or even if you choose finance as a career option, logical is very important. And then intrapersonal skills, because you have to work alone on your laptop for hours. So in that case, intrapersonal, you should be a person who loves to remain alone and can take decisions alone. Intrapersonal is high, so you can take decisions alone. आप खुद से decision ले सकते हो. Interaction level इतना involved नहीं होता. Unlike आपकी ऐसी जॉब प्रोफाइल हो जिसमें सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग इन्वॉल्व है. सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग होगा, इंटरेक्शन ज्यादा होगा, ठीक है? आपको पता है किस प्रोफाइल में इंटरेक्शन ज्यादा है, किस प्रोफाइल में इंटरेक्शन कम है, किस प्रोफाइल में लॉजिकल ज्यादा है. अगर आप कंफ्यूज्ड हो between medical and non-medical, see the major thing is whether your naturalistic is high, nature lover हो. नेचर में क्या आता है? प्लांट्स, एनिमल्स एंड एनवायरनमेंट. अगर आपका नेचुरलिस्टिक हाई है along with intrapersonal, so we recommend you choose medical. If your naturalistic is not that high, your logical is very high, because logical engineering में ज़्यादा चाहिए, then we recommend that you choose non-medical. Okay, now your question please. See, he is raising a question that why to choose PCM, he wants to choose non-medical. See, try to understand, this may be question in your mind. बहुत सारे students के mind में question हो सकता है. You all have to be with me. Yes, please. You want me to come there and then interact with you? I can do that. But if you support me, trust me, the maximum things we will to cover today. It's for your benefit. Otherwise, I'll have to spend my time and energies minding you. Okay? So please be with me. Next 1 hour, that's it. Not even 1 hour now. Okay? So please. He is asking a question कि non-medical लेना है, non-medical में सिर्फ maths लेना, physics, chemistry वो possible नहीं है. So there are certain combinations. Let me clear. हो सकता है कुछ students के mind में भी clarity ना हो. हमारे पास possibilities क्या exist करती है. Non-medical means physics, chemistry, maths. Medical means physics, chemistry, bio. You are taking an additional subject. You can take आप PCB ले रहे हो, maths साथ में ले रहे हो, PCM ले रहे हो, bio साथ में ले रहे हो. These possibilities are there depending on what your school allows you. Okay? ये ऐसी options आपको मिल सकती हैं. ठीक है? Commerce लेना है, commerce with maths लेना है, without maths लेना है, ये options हैं आपके पास. आपके IP लेना है, आपने economics लेना है, ठीक है? Humanities लेना तो humanities है. उसके subjects पर according ही होंगे. ठीक है? Non-medical में allowed नहीं है. और कोई question please? Yes. How do we start business? Entrepreneurship. I have to answer, please. First that question. And those who want to raise question, please. If you are able to raise it loudly, no problem. Otherwise, you have to come to the center if you need one. Okay. So how to start business? Entrepreneurship. It's good that students in your grade 9, are thinking about entrepreneurship these days. Okay, but at the same time, let me tell you one thing. If you want to be an entrepreneur, it is always advisable. First thing you decide whether it's a family business, you are considering that as an entrepreneurship, or at the same time, you are counting entrepreneurship to start some new venture of your own, which is out of the box idea. You all have to be with me. If you are wearing mask, try to understand. Yes, please. It doesn't mean that I can't notice you talking. I am asking you, no need to look at the back, please. You want me to point out? It is going to waste your time. I have no worries with that. It's about you. So, entrepreneurship, it is very important that when you are talking about entrepreneurship, which business idea you have, whether it is about technology based. If you are planning to start some venture which is tech based, then definitely you have to get into that particular field. You have to opt for non-medical. You have to become an engineer if you are going to start up something of that. If you have a business idea where you are going to just not use your technical skills, you are going to use your design skills, then better choose design background. If you are choosing some commerce field, so it depends on your business idea where you want to venture. But generally, if you want to be a businessman, we recommend commerce, we recommend MBA, we recommend EDI, the Entrepreneurship Development Institute is there in Ahmedabad, which promotes these kind of courses which are specific to entrepreneurship. Okay? Anything related to science or means medical or non-medical? Yes. You can be good, please.
So like I am very much interested in being an entrepreneur and doing something of my own, but practicality says that non-medical and doing engineering is a better option. So what do I choose for?
See, life will give you a chance to become an entrepreneur at different stages. I tell you, I started my career with an engineer, worked for Wipro, moved on to do MBA. After completing MBA, I worked with Government of India Ministry of Commerce. I have worked with different MNCs. And then choosing entrepreneurship as a career, where it clicked. It is always advisable to have right set of experience before you move on to entrepreneurship. So if things are coming your way, you have that entrepreneurship in your mind, sooner or later it will click. It is not that right from day one you can be an entrepreneur, but sooner or later it can click if you have that mindset. Life will give you opportunities. Okay? There are a lot of science related to, see these questions related to science stream first please.
Sir, if I am interested in bio and psychology, what's the best degree and career?
When we talk of bio and psychology, okay, we opt for medical and then we take psychology as an additional subject. So in psychology as a career also, maybe many of you are not aware, psychology as a career, it gives you a lot of opportunities to deal with the mindset of people. Psychology है क्या? Mind के doctors. आप ये कह सकते हो. The person is also a doctor, but dealing with mind. You know, psychology as a career में those people who are psychologists, they deal with slow learners. ADHD, dyslexia, autism, ईशान अवस्थी का केस देखा तारे ज़मीन पर. People are actually getting aware about these problems. There's a lot of awareness. So the demand is rising. There are psychologists who are required for industrial psychology, employee assistant programs, corporates में psychologists चाहिए. किस लिए? Employees का morale boost करने के लिए ताकि उनकी output increase हो सके. Okay? But if you want to become a psychologist, your interpersonal skills, interaction skills have to be very good. मैंने आपका morale boost करना और मेरे को बोलना ही पसंद ना हो, आपसे बात करना ही पसंद ना हो. Can I manage you? Can I encourage you? No. Okay, so if you want to become a psychologist, you need to have these particular skill sets. Okay, so quickly, anything else? The last question from this, we have to, otherwise we will not be able to cover the presentation. There are so many things which I would like to show to you. I understand there is a limited time, so please, I already told you have to come in the center.
And if you take PCMB, sir, how to hold the pressure on yourself and breathe?
If you have this question in mind, I would suggest you don't take PCMB. How to hold the pressure, this depends on your mind. But you are going to limit your time. You are going to divide your time. So if you are already facing the pressure, I would suggest better to avoid. You choose, because after 12th also, you are going to get into that. Decision making has to be done. Okay? So until and unless you are very keen on food technology kind of career, or I would say a career in biotechnology, okay, it is advisable that you don't take BCMB. Okay?
Sir, if we take like PCM and sir, we have to take psychology. So sir, we have to take medical only. So we can choose non-medical.
It is generally advisable to take medical, but again these options depend on the school authorities what they allow. It depends very from school to school. It is not that you can't take. Logically, it is allowed. Okay, logically there is nothing, but it depends on whether your school is allowing that or not. Okay, so.
If we take PCM
That's what I'm saying. It depends on whether school is allowing that or not. Yes, please. See, if others are asking questions, you all have to be quiet. You all have to be with your.
So if you take PCM, then I'm interested in computer science, but PCM, I'm studying in PCM. So if you take computer science,
If you want to interact with yourself, I'll stop the question around. What I have witnessed here is the moment your batchmates start questions, you start interacting with yourself. If I am speaking, you are quiet. So that means you want me only to speak? You don't want it to be an interactive session? Isn't that? Your queries will not be resolved. I am not at loss.
so if I take PCM and I'm interested in computer science, but I'm struggling in PCM, so if I take computer science, it will either help me in later career, but it can also ruin my grades if I take computer science. So like for example, I'm struggling in PCM, but I'm interested in computer science. So should I take it or not?
You can take that, but the top career options in PCM, they are actually dependent on if you take or non-medical. You will get a lot of career options, the new age career options, whether we talk of so many IT related career options are there. Okay, you can get into depth also, but again, if you want to choose computers and excel in that field, it is always advisable that you do software engineering. Okay, please, one person was raising from here, this side for now. Please, yes. Yes, please. See, I think this is the last question. Okay, after that I'll move on to my presentation because you people are not cooperating. Please.
I want to become an astrophysicist in the research field, sir. So what are the required qualifications?
Yeah, can you start the presentation?